Very nicely, Sripad Vishnu Maharaj spoke very nice Hari Katha. Sadhu Sangha Mahima. What is the glorification of Sadhu Sangha? With Sadhu Sangha, he spoke about the glorification of Sadhu Sangha. Whoever is very dear to Bhagwan, Nanda Jashoda, Radha, he spoke glorification of who's close to Bhagwan, Nanda Baba and Jashoda and Radha Rani. In this material world, not many people know the Ras Katha. In this Jagat, actually really in this, only with the mouth we speak prem, but actually there is no prem in this material world. Our Premananda Thakur is speaking, it's just with your mouth you speak prem. But where is the prem? When you listen to Prem Katha, it sounds very nice, but where is Prem Katha? In this material world, there is no prema. This Prem Katha is in Srimad Bhagavatam. That is spiritual prem, that is not jad prem, that is not material prem that's mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. How will you know this prem? Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami is saying in Chaitanya Charitrama, in Granth mein, in the middle, he's saying, he's given a definition of Kam and Prem. Kam is whose senses are this. Calm is only to satisfy personal sense gratification. That's not prem. It's only ek matre Govinda. As your senses, how who's are Nitya Parikar of Krishna. They're really in the red, the prem is hriday in their heart, like our Goswamis have mentioned. In their heart, Govinda's prem is there. That is called Radha Atmik, like Subal Saka, Jashoda Maya, Radha Atmika. That is called the Parikas of Krishna. Maharaji spoke very well and he described many rasas and also milan and also separation. He spoke very well on separation and milan katha. There's four types of there's four separation, Purva, Var, Prema and Prema Vrichiti Katha. These four types of, and then four types of Milan. He spoke very well, in a very beautiful way. He described four Milan way. You've heard probably. I'm not a Rasik, I'm a Kadve. whatever I've heard from Gurudev from the mouth of Gurudev, whatever I've heard from Gurudev, that will katha. I will speak that katha. When you've got Ganga, what happens with Ganga Puja? What happens? With the Ganga's water, you're doing puja. So Ganga Puja, you're doing with Ganga water. So whoever have been fortunate to hear Katha from the Gurudev, that is the Katha I will speak. That is my desire. To speak Katha that I've heard from my Gurudev's mouth. Jana kaya chakshur anil. Chandraya Adhikaya Krishna Bhaktāya Tadabhaktāya Namo Namah. But my battery is going to go flat.
Instead of you, I will just translate later.
This is in light.
According to circumstances.
Much as I just can't believe. Totally like anything. I'm burning. Completely I'm burning.
Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Satyavati Namo Namaha Bhaktavihina Aparadalakshi Chittasya Kamaditaram Gurumate Amaikam Sharanam Prapanna Vrinde Namaste Charanarvindam Vrinde Namaste Charanarvindam Vrinde Namaste Charanarvindam Namaste Charanarvindam Vrinde Namaste Charanarvindam Vrindami Radha Aravindanetra Madhami Radha Madhura Smita Madhami Radha Madhura Sadhu Mamanasti Datiraka Adevika Purvara Gadagade Adjavacha Chachini Patri Dandavadhuta Ashramrishagavadasya Janasya Vindvaham Sandharvike Nijanane Gananam Vide Tavaivasmi Na jivami taya bina Iti vikaya te radhe Tanganayami charanam tike Sirupamanjari kararchita pada padam Vashtandra bhujarpita vastakaya Ha modata kanaka gauri padarvindam Sanavahani sanakaris tavakim karis Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Srivasati Sri Gaurava-vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
She's got
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
It's just the fan of Krishna here in your bit.
yeah, every time it happens, he said, then piano. Oh, these mosquitoes are killing me. Look at me, I'm beaten by anything. Like,
Hare
they
Rama,
love my blood so much.
Rama Rama, Hare
Not that fast. Vedanta. Goswami Maharaj Charitamale Abhay Charana Kamale Ananta Koti Koti Stastan Dandavat Pranam. And then after to Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Astata Sat Srimad Bhakti Vedantan Swami Maharaj and Panchaswar Virajman Shiva Bhakti Vedanta Damodar Maharaj Evam Utishtis and all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavi Matris, mothers and who are listening to the and this
हमारा यथा यथा श्रद्धा प्रणाम.
whoever's here present, who are listening to the Hari Katha, and you listen to the Vaishnav's Katha. I'm not even qualified to speak in the presence of other Vaishnavas. The Vaishnavas have given me an order. I will have to, my dharma is to follow the Vaishnavas' order. So they have ordered me to speak. And Guru Padma, I'm praying to Gurudev. Then here Gurudev, how can we get, what is the upay? How can we get bhagavat-prema? What is the upay? What is the process to get Bhagwan's prem? So Gurudev is saying, Gurudev said, pray and do pratna karo, pray and do Harinam. My Srila Gurudev, in Nitya Lila, he's left this world and is in Nitya Lila. I was staying in Mathura with him, and after Navadip and I used to come to Navadip Parikrama, and Gurudev used to speak Katha. He used to, every time you ask him this question, he used to say the same Katha all the time. Even still, I feel like crying. What are we crying? We are crying. We cry for what? Everything that's happening in material world. If a husband dies or if we lose our wealth, then we are crying. But who is actually crying for Bhagwan? Who? Is anybody crying for Bhagwan? Actually, it's not really, nobody is really crying for Bhagwan. If somebody cries for Bhagwan, when the child takes birth from the mother's womb, What happens? Mother knows the baby cries. Yes, the baby cries, right? Why? Why is the baby crying when the baby takes the birth? In our Shastra is saying, that's why we don't know. Why is the baby crying? And when we lift our body, actually none of us want to die. We don't want to leave this body. Our Gurudev sometimes he used to speak the Harikatha. If whoever's taken our Sangha of Guru Padmas, who's taken the association of Guru Pad, our Guru Pad, now it's okay. In this material world, we are all absorbed in the Maya. So much calm. We become our servants of calm and energy and calm and when the sadhu, when you get the association of a sadhu, we are wandering in this material world, becoming the das, we servants of our calm and servants of our growth. That is true. If we really ask that question to ourselves, what have we done? I'm not speaking. Gurudev was speaking. Gurudev, what is the meaning of listening to Harikatha? You have to tell your mind, hey man, you have to tell when you're listening to Harikatha, you have to speak this Harikatha to your mind. Hey mind, what have you done? Hey mind, what have you done? Then one day you have to die. Jete have sakhale chota jete jane. Do you know that? Do you know where? Do you know where? Do you know where you'll go after death? Kothai jane. Where will you go? Nobody knows. Our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he gave the siksha to the world. He gave the siksha to the world that once chant Harinam. Naam ke vina in Kali Yuga, there's no Kalyan without Harinam. There's no deliverance for us from this material world without the Harinam. Sab log, many people are saying Harinam. Tell me, who's not saying? Even Sajya, Sakhya, sab log, everybody is chanting Harinam. But which bhav one is chanting Harinam? This Nam's Mahima, the glorification of the name. People don't know the Mahima, the power of Harinam. Everybody will speak what's in their heart, but they will not know what to speak, the power of Govinda. How many people are still sitting here? Really, how many people are really listening to the Katha? That's true. We are saying, we are chanting Harinam. Is our Nam pure name? Are we chanting pure Nam? Actually, Nam Aprad or some Nam Apas. So the name that we are chanting is Nam Aprad. Nam Apas, Nam Aprad is what? That is the obstacle. That's why we cannot get Krishna Prem. In Shastra it says, in this Namapas, you can get Sukriti. With this Namapas, you can get Sukrita. Then what happens to the Sukriti? With this Sukriti, you get Sadhu Sang. Anek Janma, when after many lifetimes, Sukriti gets matured. That matured Sukriti from many lifetime gets matured, then you get Sadhu Sang. Then you will sit with the Sadhu Sang and listen to Harikatha and chant Harinam. It's not that easy. Actually, it's not that easy. Our Sukriti. When our Gurudev used to say that when the Sukriti is ripened, Sukriti is matured, then Bhagwan in our Rida, the Chaita Guru, the Paramatma who is in our heart, who is witnessing everything, he will arrange for us to meet a pure devotee or a pure sadhu or a pure guru. And then that our pure guru will give us instruction. And then in this the Maya Rupi who is with us, the Maya, the Roop of Maya, which is not living us. Then Yamraja coming. Everything Vastam actually. That it's true. That until the Sukriti is not matured, then when your Sukriti is matured, after the Sukriti is matured, then you will get Sadhu Sang. And then in Sadhu Sang, then you will have Ruchi in Katha. Then you will have Ruchi, you will have so much eagerness to listen to Bhagavad Katha, Hari Katha. And then Krishna Teo Patyave Sada Hoile Vimal Vaishnav Saral means simple. Suddha Saral Vimal means simple hearted, pure Vaishnav. And we listen to the Harikatha from a pure Vaishnav. If you listen from the mouth of a pure Vaishnav, then whose sadhus should we say, Sangha? Whose sadhu sang we should have? There in the sadhu there is no jealousy. There is pure-hearted sadhu, nirmat sadhu. There is no parhansa. There is a simple, only his heart, and there is no his heart who is pure. He's got a pure heart. Parahansa, Hansa. One is Hans and one is Parmahans. Hans, Parmahans. What does a Hansa do? What does Sven do? In the Bengal, I don't come that often. I've come after 40 years. I've come to Bengal before 40 years. Our Param Puja Bhakti Vedanta Tridandi Maharaj Sangha. I came for Prachar. I don't come to Bengal. That's why I'm always Uttar Pradesh. And then most of my time I preach overseas. About 10 months, out of 10 months, in 10 months, in 1 year, I spend overseas, like England, South America, and many other countries. And I'm trying to do Mahaprabhu's prachar overseas. This first time that I got a Nitya Lila Pravista, Tirtha Maharaji inspired, is Prakate. Then Vaishnavas ordered me to go also. You should also go to Bangla and do prachar in Bangla. I didn't know. But I don't know if you are understanding my Bangla or I am speaking Hindi. Whatever it is, this is the instructions of Vaishnavas. I am fulfilling to follow the Guru, Vaishnavas, and Gurus and Vaishnavas order. That is my life. To follow the instructions of what did Guru say? Guru Agya. Whatever Adesh, whatever the instruction Gurudev gives you, you should also follow carefully. Gurudev knows everything. Whatever Adesh, whatever instruction Gurudev gives, Gurudev knows, so there is nothing else. You have to follow the instruction of Gurudev. That's why it says Gurudev Vichar. Whatever, you have to be very careful to follow whatever instruction Gurudev has given. I'm following the Gurus and Vaishnavas' order. That I'm trying my best to follow the Gurus and Vaishnavas' order. Sadhu Sangha Katha. There are many types of sadhus. Some sadhu will speak. They'll put tilak and they'll have mala and they'll have saffron clothes. That doesn't mean he's a sadhu. What are the symptoms of a sadhu? In Srimad Bhagavatam it says, all our Goswamis in his Tika, in their commentary, they have said, there's all different, this karma sadhu, yogi sadhu. There are many different types of sadhus. There's many kathas of different sadhus. But really, who is the true sadhu? Who is Bhavit? Raghunath Das Goswami is saying, he's written in really Sama Sindur Rasame. When you dive into it, when you dive into the ras, dive into the word, when you dive into the ras of a Vraja-prema, you are diving into the Parakya Prema Ras, Vraja Gopis Ras. That is the highest prem. That is the highest prem. That is the highest level of prem. That is dupti, means dived into it, who's had a snan, who's had a bath, who's taken bath into this gopis topmost prem. Under the Kanti Nista, they have one pointed Nista at the lotus feet of Radharani. Radha Mary Swamini, those Dasi. Janamo Viti Sivo Avana Vas. Srimati Radhika was Swamini. Is that bhav, that sadhu who is that bhav in his heart, that Radharani is my Swamini, and he's praying, Hey Radhe, Hey Vrishabhanu Nandini, janam janam, life after life, I will become dasi ko dasi, dasi ko dasi. I want to be dasi of a dasi. And what is the second thing? In Vrindavane Vas, he stays in Vrindavan. Panke, if he doesn't, that sadhu is all the bhakta, whoever the bhaktas, Vedis, all stayed in Vrindavan. Uddhava, also Uddhava, when he left Mathura, when he went to Vrindavan from Mathura, and Swayam Bhagwan said, "Hey Uddhava, go to Vraja to go. My mother and father in the separation from me. Please go and pacify them. They are suffering so much in my separation. In my separation, they are suffering day and night." Who is speaking? Krishna is speaking to Uddhava. Go and give my message to them. Sandesh, in Bengali, Sandesh means samad, samachar, news. Go Sandesh, go give my news. My samachar. Uddhav, she said, Krishna is telling Uddhav, "Hey Uddhav, go to Vrindavan. And the Vrajavasis, the prema madhurya they have. The go and have darshan of the prema madhurya of the Vrajavasis. Yog Maya, when Uddhav went to Vrindavan, when he entered Vrindavan, Uddhava, Yogmaya arranged in such a way in Virako, Yogmaya gave a darshan to Uddhava of a milan and Bhramara-gita in Hindi mein we are Bhramara-gita is translated in Hindi. I feel like crying. Come se come. It's taken me 3 or 4 years to write Bhramara-gita. It's such a separation, this darshan in separation. Uddhava is going to meet Vrajavasi. And Yogmaya arranged a darshan. Uddhava ko natak, like a drama. There is a drama. They make a stage. Then there is a curtain. So when they give you a darshan, and then they shut the curtains. So Vrindavan's like that. Have you been to Vrindavan? Have you been to Banki Bihari darshan? When you go and have a darshan of Banki Bihari, it's like a jhanki bandankar. They quickly open the curtain and then they quickly shut the curtain. So this Kanti, this causes eagerness for the devotees to have darshan of Banki Bihari. So similarly, Yogmaya, when Uddhava reached Vrindavan, that Yogmaya gave very quick darshan of Vrindavan to Uddhava. That the prem that is in Vraj, Uddhava didn't know that the prem that Vrajvasis have for Krishna. Who's the guru? Who's the guru of Uddhava? Is Brihaspati is the guru of Uddhava. He's a Sishya, he's a disciple of Brihaspati. Who is Brihaspati? Brihaspati is is the guru of demigods. He's got so much knowledge, this knowledge, gyan from Brihaspati, but he doesn't know the meaning of prem. He doesn't know the gyan of prem. So that's why Krishna sent Uddhav from Mathura. Hey Uddhav, go to Vraj, go and learn, go and experience the prem that the Vraj gopis have. So that is the prem I'm going to speak in about Anubhav. If you who don't have any gyan, who don't have any understanding of this prem, then what to speak to them? So Uddhav doesn't know this prem of Vraj prem. That's why Bhagwan sent Uddhav. There were many reasons why Krishna sent Uddhav to Vraj. But one is what is really Vraj prem is. And the second is Srimati Radhika knows what the prem is. And then the 6 slokas is praying, Uddhav is praying with the 6 slokas. But Uddhav even in Srimad Bhagavatam it's written, the Divya Anumasan. In the Srimati Radhika Anumutta in Bhagavatam is mentioned the deep separation that Radharani is got is so by chanting Bhagwan's name, Krishna's name, then one day you will be able to relish, you will be able to understand. If I speak, you are not having realization. Katha, you will not be able to understand Katha. Because why? Because you haven't had realization. When you have realization, then you will have Anand in your heart. And then you'll have Romanch, you'll have Ashakti, all the symptoms of the mood, bhav. If you have nothing in your heart, then how can? That's when Shastra speaks. This is not material katha, this is spiritual katha. Unnata annamagave. Jaydev Goswami Pad in Govinda Gita. Our Paramananda Saraswati Prasad is very, very beautiful roop. Sami, our Rupa Goswami Pad in Lalit Madhav with Lalit Madhav in this, and our Krishna Das Kaviraj in Bhavanath Amritam, and have described these moods. So when you listen to them, and listen from a Rashik Vaishnava, if you get, so when you meet a Rashik Vaishnava, you should relish it. This samagri, the ingredients, when all the ingredients are gathered together in Chaitanya Charitamrita, in Madhyam Leela, is rasa time. All the ingredients are there for rasa. Rashika Bhavamasi. Who is a Rashik? Oh, the sound is low. Somebody else is translating now into Hindi. So what should you? So you should have a sadhu sang, bhajana kriya. What is the process? The process is bhajana kriya, sadhu sang, ashakti, bhajana kriya, anatha nivriti, nista, ashakti, rati, and bhav. This body, this abhas. So when you come to a bhav stage, you will leave this body. Prem. Prem. From your mouth you speak prema, prem. To get this prema is this to relish this prem is not a material thing. It's a transcendental. This prem is not a katha of this material world. Jamunu karo. In the one is jamun, jamun tree, jam jug, in mountain, jam jug. Then this jamu, this like a fruit. It flows in the river. It falls from the tree and falls on the river, and then in the river, sonata. And the demigods. I'm sorry, there's a new person translating. Somebody else is translating now and his voice is very low. What is the language of Prem? My time is up. We will do Kirtan. Maharaji will do Kirtan. But what is it? What you should do? You should do Harinam. Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare. Vanchakalpa, Kripasim, Vaishnava, Vanchakalpa, Tarubhyasa, Kripasim, the Bhaiva Chapatitanam, Pavan Bhayo, Vaishnava. Dandavad, Hare Krishna. The katha is finished now. Ki Jai. He's doing Kirtan now.